1,000 Trails Campgrounds. Is it really worth it? What is it anyway?
I mean, how much does it cost? Is it safe?
Is it family friendly? Do they have vegan soft serve ice cream? These are answers you need to know. And we're gonna tell you in just a minute after this commercial.
We don't have commercials.
Yeah, but YouTube might put a commercial like.
Okay.
That's right, we're gonna tell you all about 1,000 Trails and what it is. So what is 1,000 Trails?
Okay, so 1,000 Trails is a network of campgrounds that you get a membership to, and you can stay at all of those campgrounds for free. They are included in your membership. There are some upgrades that you can get to stay at other campgrounds also, which is really cool because when you have 1,000 Trails, it opens up so many campgrounds that you can stay at.
Now, 1,000 Trails campgrounds aren't all over the US. There's quite a few, but there's a big middle section that lacks campgrounds right now, although they are constantly building and bringing new people into the membership. But you can connect with other programs they have like RPI or Encore that allow you to go to other campgrounds that maybe fill in some of those spaces. Number 2, how much does 1,000 Trails cost?
Okay, so right now it's ranging from about $8,000 to $16,000. It just depends on the tier that you get and what amenities you really want with your membership.
Yeah, 1,000 Trails is set up with multiple different options to really meet your budgetary needs. So some of them are like a smaller area of the US that you can stay at. Others are the full United States, but you can only book so many days in advance. And then others put you on the high tier where you can book a long way in advance and get into campgrounds that you wouldn't otherwise. So that's why there's a wide range of prices to choose from.
Basically, there are many different options and you pick the one that works best for you, and then that is it. That is a one-time payment. You don't have to keep paying that every year. Now, what you do have to pay every year is the dues. So there are dues that are required. Plus, if you wanted to add on the extra things like RPI and Trails Collection, there will be an additional fee for that each year, but that's only if you want to add those campgrounds onto your plan for that year.
Now, the question that comes to mind is 1,000 Trails worth it? Is it the investment worth it? So our experience is we purchased a 1,000 Trails membership a couple years ago at around $6,000. And to date, Michelle is really good about keeping up with how many nights we have stayed. And to date, we have saved about $20,000 by using 1,000 Trails. Now, we obviously are very aware that when we get to a place, if we can't get in 1,000 Trails, if we can't find one within the area we're going, then we're gonna spend other money. And that usually ranges from what, $40 to $100 plus per night. So staying at 1,000 Trails really saves a lot of money and puts us in the places that we like to be.
Number 3, are the campgrounds nice?
This really is based on your expectations. Let me just help scale your understanding. When we first started traveling, I was hoping to be in campgrounds with nice tall pine trees, beautiful grass, big large sites with a grill, basically a resort. That's what I was picturing when I thought of the campgrounds. I did not picture gravel. I didn't picture like parking lot setups. So my initial thought, my initial experience was really negative. We would pull into a campground and I would immediately be like, why are we here? Like, I can't stand this place. But after we sat down and really thought, number 1, about the cost savings, and 2, once you get in the site and you're in the industry, you actually learn to really value just a level site, a decent size, and a nice gravel area. At that point, anything above that is gravy. So
that's true.
I hate to say it, but your expectations do scale a bit to really what the industry's like versus what Instagram shows you. And so that really helps you understand what your needs are. Where in the beginning, you might be looking for resorts 100%. When you start breaking down the cost of resorts at $100 to $150 a night, and then you're like, hey, 1,000 Trails is already included in my membership, all of a sudden your eyes are opened and everything is beautiful from that point forward.
Right, and some of the campgrounds are really, really nice. I mean, right now we're in the mountains. We have mountains in the background. It is incredible and we love it. This is a full hookup site, but there are other places that might not be as nice and they don't have full hookup sites. So some of the places are really, really great and some of them are just a nice free place to stay. I
think it's like any membership, especially if it's multiple locations. They're run slightly differently. Some of them are really old, some of them are newer, but I will say Thousand Trails has, in the last several years, really worked on upgrading all of their campgrounds. We've seen a lot of roads being repaved,
right,
buildings being rebuilt or refurbished, and sites being re-leveled, power and everything upgraded. So they're doing a really good job, I think, of bringing it up to date with the mass number of people that are moving into the industry right now. It's really necessary, but our experience is that most of them are really nice, some of them are really, really nice, and some are okay. But we have never left a Thousand Trails campground to date where we're like, wow, I don't like this, this looks terrible. So, for what that's worth, we really enjoy all of them.
Number 4, are they safe?
Are campgrounds safe in general? I mean, it's all relative, right? The truth is we have been traveling we're on year number 5 right now,
right,
and we have never had a major negative experience in a campground, and definitely nothing in the Thousand Trails campgrounds. That being said, we lock our doors each night, we put valuable things away, and we don't leave computers sitting on the front seat of our truck. So if you are more relaxed in that area, maybe your experience would be different. But so far, we have had a very safe experience. They have a front gate. You generally have to show credentials to get in, get out. It definitely makes you feel a lot safer. Now, could you sneak in? Could there be an issue? Probably. We have heard from, you know, many different people, somebody got a bike stolen or something random, but that same thing happens in all the campgrounds. So our experience, yes, they are very safe, and we've really enjoyed them. Number 5, will you meet other families at Thousand Trails campgrounds?
Okay, this is my favorite part about Thousand Trails, and the answer is yes, you will find other families at the Thousand Trails campgrounds because it is such an affordable way for full-time families to live on the road. You will see other full-time families at every Thousand Trails you go to, and it is so great because you get to meet new people, and then when you go to Florida, you will see the same people you just saw in Washington. And it's really cool because everybody kind of gradually ends up at the same places, and so you get to see friends over and over, and it is such a wonderful perk about Thousand Trails.
Yeah, and since people are on the membership, they can stay a certain amount of time. I think our membership allows us to stay up to 2 weeks.
3 weeks.
3 weeks.
Yeah.
So that means that sometimes people will hunker down for a longer period of time, and you can really build a more solid relationship versus some of the other more resort style campgrounds where you can only afford to stay over a weekend. So it's not only beneficial because the membership's there and the family stay, but it's also the additional time you get to spend getting to know people and your kids building other relationships. In addition to that, they often have activities going on that help bring the families together. So yes, you can meet a lot of families there.
Okay, final question. Is a Thousand Trails membership worth it?
Absolutely. The savings are there, the friends are there, the campgrounds are great. I highly recommend it for sure. Now, will you have some negatives here and there? Yes. Just don't take this literal, okay? The reality is everything in life has ups and downs, pros and cons, but we have evaluated it over 5 years and have loved our experience still to this day. We're in one right now and we're loving it. So yes, for us it is absolutely worth it.
Yeah, and there are so many other questions I'm sure that you have that you need answered. So we would love to get you in contact with our membership specialist, Codie, because he can answer all those questions on what each package offers and all the amenities that you can have with the Thousand Trails membership.
Yeah, that is one thing with Thousand Trails. Because there are so many options, it can be very confusing. So you can go in our show notes there. We've got a link that you can click and enter your information, or you can go to our website and click on any contact form on there and send it to us and just say, hey, I'm looking for a Thousand Trails information, and we will get you connected with Codie. We're not gonna sell your information. This just is an easy way to get you connected directly to him. Okay, thanks for joining us, you guys. If you like this and this is informational and helpful, just leave us a note. Let us know, have you jumped into Thousand Trails? Did you like it? Did you hate it? What are your thoughts? Follow us, hit that like button, and we look forward to seeing you next time.
Stones we carry, clothes we lived in, all the tales we will tell our children. Oh, we're taking the high road, lay beside mastermind.